Hi guys, welcome back. It's Amanda. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by my channel. Doing something a little different today. I want to talk to you about a book that I read. I'm fixing to read it for probably about I'm thinking my third or fourth time. I'm not sure. Over the past few years, there's very few books that I will do that. But when I need a book that's going to encourage me in my life as a homemaker, a book that's going to encourage me as someone who needs to get something done. And in the world of what we call influencers today, where you can go to, of course, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, I prefer old school. I prefer old school influences. And my old school influences are bookshelf books, good old-fashioned books. So I'm going to show you a book, which I just showed you now. I'm going to tell you about a book that has really influenced me for a while. It's a story. Let me show you what it is, because you might be able to find it. You might want to go on to thriftsbooks.com. That's where I find my books at, a whole lot of them. The shipping's gone up, but it's still not a bad deal. Or Amazon, but definitely if it's something you might be interested in. I love historical fiction. I'm particularly, the era that I like is the Great Depression. I'm a fan of the Waltons. I will go back and rewatch my Waltons because it's during the time of family going through the Great Depression. And I stumbled upon this book. And I actually got this book at, I think it was Ollie's. Honestly, I can't remember if I picked this up at a book sale or if I actually got it from Ollie's. I'm not really sure. But anyway, this is the book right here. It's going to be backwards, I know that. But the name of it is called Hope in the Land. And it's by Olivia Newport. I'm going to show you this, but it's backwards. See if I could talk over him. Hope in the Land, Olivia Newport. Now, if you look at the picture, this is a story about an Amish woman and an Englisher growing up during the, during the Great Depression. I believe it's about the beginning of it. And it's about how the two of them live two separate lives and how they deal with life during the Depression. Now, like I said, one's an Amish woman, one's an English woman. The Amish people are, of course, self-sufficient. They grow everything. They sell everything they make, that type of thing. The other woman, the English woman, just a regular woman, her husband is a farmer, and he farms the land, but of course he doesn't do like the Amish. He uses the most modern equipment of the Depression era time, tractors, that type of thing. And it's interesting because these two characters, they grow up together from in school. They went to school together. They've always had something kind of like a competition going. I'm not really sure if that's the right word for it. But it's interesting how this woman has a lot to learn. The English woman has a lot to learn from this Amish woman during the Great Depression. I won't say anything else because if I do, I'm going to ruin it. But you can definitely tell when the Great Depression started, the Amish people already had it made. They already had it made. They knew what they were doing. Whereas the English people, they had, it was a little bit harder because, you know, back then they were still using animals. The Amish people were, and I believe they still do today. I don't really know. And then the English people were using the tractors and stuff like they do today, which calls for gasoline. And, you know, that's a whole other set of details. But it is a great book because when I read it, I get a lot of ideas. Well, idea is not the word for it. I guess because it's talking about the Amish woman and her canning she does, how she works the land, how she cooks everything from scratch, that type of stuff. I've always been interested in stuff like that. But yet at the same time, even though I think it's amazing what the Amish do, I'm still not. Kind of reverse what I was going to say. Let me just go ahead and read the back of this book for you, kind of like give you exactly what it's about. It says, when Henry Edison turns up in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, to survey women about their domestic contributions during the 1930s, the last thing that Amish housewife Gloria Graybill has time for is the government agent's unending questions. Gloria's hands are already full with a farm to run alongside her husband, a house full of children, with extended family, an English neighbor whose name is Minerva Swain, who has been trying Gloria's patience for over 40 years. Now, basically what's going on in this story, besides the contrast between the Amish woman and the English woman during the Great Depression, is that they have this government worker comes in and he surveys farmers, housewives, about how the contributions they make to their families, such as their canning efforts, the food they grow, any kind of money they contribute through selling things. And he does this, he wants the information from the Amish as well as the English. You can, in that way, in this story, you'll see the total difference of it between the one woman, Gloria, the Amish woman, and the Minerva, which is the English woman. I know it's kind of strange, but it's a really good story. It's a really good story full of a lot of information. If you want to be taken back to the Great Depression, and I mean to learn from it, because seriously, y'all, who would want to have to go through that? But today, with things going on, we never know. I think the more we learn, the better. And again, I'm old school. I'm really old school. Yeah, I'm old school. So anyway, again, Hope in the Land. Hope in the Land. Olivia Newport. I will put the information down in the description box just in case you're interested in it. And if you got any questions or anything that, let me know. Like I said, try Googling it, thriftbooks.com, Amazon.com. And by the way, you probably could get it as an ebook. I don't like ebooks. I don't want it. I want the old stuff that I can put in my hand. I can turn it. I can read it and enjoy it that way. That is just, I'm old school, y'all. Definitely old school when it comes to influencers as well as books, y'all. You can't ever go wrong with books. So anyway, you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by. Hope something in here helps you, encourages you. Yeah, you guys have a blessed day. God bless.